In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to never struggle with lead gen in your video production company, in your agency, in your creator business, ever again. And just so you believe me, because there's a bunch of unqualified gurus not practicing what they preach. Right now, I've done over 2 million bucks online using this exact lead generation strategy. And to prove that it still works, I started a brand new Instagram account a couple months ago. I only have 222 followers and 11 posts. Literally started a brand new Instagram account and a brand new ad account just to prove that this strategy still works. Again, I've done 2 million bucks using this strategy in the past, but I want to show and prove to you that it is still working and that I am actively practicing what I'm preaching, unlike most gurus online nowadays. So, story time. I just got off a discovery call with a client who came in through this ad. I will be pitching a $7,500, well, I already did pitch a $7,500 coaching, consulting only package to them, in which we already got the verbal yes. It was like a no-brainer. When can we, sign up? Where do we pay? Where do we sign? So they're about to be onboarded here, and then there's going to be so much work from this client moving forward. This is just the start, and it is for a consulting only offer, no deliverables. I don't have to go out and shoot an edit. I don't have to deal with any pre-production. I don't have to deal with any editing. I'm literally charging $7,500, pay in full for coaching. So if you're a videographer right now and let's say you're doing $15K a month, $20K per month, between, 10 clients a month or 5 clients a month, that is a lot of work, and that is impossible to scale. So imagine if you could just infuse a $7,500 coaching only offer that's literally like 90+% profit margin, where you don't have really any deliverables. You don't have to go shoot. You don't have to go edit. You don't have to own all this, expensive gear and FX6 and FX3. Like, you don't have to own any of this stuff. You can literally just get paid to share your expertise, to help them strategize and basically help them set up this system that you are using for yourself to generate leads for you, but you're going to help your client with it. And so this is like not a new funnel. I've been running this funnel for 5+ years now. I'm one of the first to run this type of ad on Instagram. There's a million people who teach it now. They call it their own. They think that it's their strategy and they're going to call it whatever they call it. But essentially what you're doing is you're running follow ads to a reel on Instagram. You're getting followers. I'm going to break this all down in a minute. You're getting followers. And I can't believe I'm sharing this with you guys. Like, this is, I'm just fully pulling back the curtain. I could charge thousands of dollars for this. But I'm just going to give it to you for free. And then if you want my help to implement this, if you're having trouble doing it on your own and you're doing already 10K plus per month and you want to scale to 30 to 40K per month, there's going to be a link down below to apply for that. And if you're a good fit, I'll be happy to help you implement this. But I'm literally just going to give it to you here so that you can go and do it on your own, or at least try it on your own. But anyways, the way it works is you run a simple Instagram ad to a simple reel that I'm going to show you exactly what you can look me up. You can go Leads with Connor. This is the new Instagram account I started recently just to prove that this still works. You can go here, you can copy this. And again, like this, I'm not the only one running this funnel. This is well known by now. There's a lot of different videographers, coaches, all kinds of people running this funnel. I'm not going to say I invented it. I'm not going to say it's necessarily anything new, but it still crushes. And I'm literally proving to you guys and practicing what I preach that it still crushes, unlike most other coaches who are just going to tell you what to do, what worked in the past. But there are so many small nuances that if you don't nail, this is not going to work. So the devil's kind of in the details, and it's really on the back end. Generating leads is actually the easy part, which is crazy because that used to be my biggest bottleneck, was lead generation. And I talked to thousands of videographers and creatives, and most of them struggle with lead generation the most. But with this strategy, lead generation is going to be the least of your worries. And then it's going to become about closing them, charging the most that you can for the littlest amount of work so that you can enjoy your freaking life. Spend more time with your family, not just be working all the time and doing all these one-off projects, but you have a productized offer that you're selling over and over again that's actually scalable. And so I've already alluded to one of those offers, which is this coaching offer. And then there's also a done for you monthly retainer offer that I will pitch to those who don't really want to like have me teach it to them and then them do it. They want to just have me do it for them. Me and my team do it for them because they're really busy and they just want the results. And so I'm going to charge a premium for that on a monthly retainer basis. So you stack a few of those for $5,000 per month. You get 4 of those on, and then you close 2 consulting packages at $7,500 per month. And, you know, you're sitting at a $30,000 a month video business with not a whole lot of input. Everything's systematized. So I'm rambling about like the benefits of this, but let me just show you exactly how this works. It's actually really simple. I'm going to dive into Ad Manager. I'm pulling back the curtain. I can't believe I'm showing this to you guys. I've been doing this for 5 years and I've generated over $2 million with this specific strategy. I've made more than that, but with this specific strategy, and it still works to this day at the time of recording this video. So you make a video. I'll show it to you here right now. Here in Central Oregon, then Google or word of mouth is not going to cut it anymore. They're slow. So I'm not going to show you the whole thing. You can look me up. You can find this video, and if you really want, you can copy it. I encourage you to put your own spin on it, but you'll be able to see the framework. I call out a very specific local ideal client avatar. I'm targeting local service-based businesses because they have money, construction companies. This client that I just had a call with that I'm going to be closing for $7,500 actually owns like a waxing boutique, like a hair removal thing. So like all kinds of different businesses you can call out for this. They all work, but I tend to choose the more profitable ones, the ones doing at least $1 million or $2 million in revenue per year, because they have money. It's easier to sell to people who have money. You call out a pain point, you talk about your solution, and then you invite them to follow you to learn how to do it. So then you're going to start getting all these followers on autopilot. You're going to reach out to those followers. You're going to thank them for following. You're going to ask them what motivated them to follow you. And then you're going to have a conversation with them, unraveling their pain points. And then you can pitch a call, and then you get on that call, and then you close deals. It's literally that simple. If you want me to make another video on how to approach those DM conversations and even hire an appointment setter so that you don't have to do it yourself, comment that down below. Just let me know if that would be valuable to you guys, and I will be happy to do it. Again, I'm just pulling back the curtain here. I'm giving you guys more value than these coaches are charging you thousands of dollars for. And the incentive for me doing that is if you get stuck, or if you want results faster, or you just want to have this whole process be easier for you, maybe you'll consider working with me and paying me to do this for you, essentially, and work with you very closely one-to-one to dial in all those nuances for your specific offer, for your specific business. But that's really only for you if you're doing at least like $10,000 a month and you're aiming for $50,000 plus months. I was just talking to a student actually who is running this system, and they're fluctuating between $30,000 and $50,000 a month, aiming for $100,000 per month. So again, guys, like lead generation is the biggest problem for most videographers, but I can help you solve that really quickly. And then it kind of becomes about other things, getting really good at sales. For example, having a really strong, compelling offer, a no-brainer offer, and then automated delivery services. So even if you close 20,000 projects, you're not spinning your wheels just trying to fulfill. You have actual fulfillment systems. So even that is automated. So anyway, if you want, that's why I give all this away for free. Some people are going to crush it with this. Others are going to want my help. If that's you, there's going to be, links down below for all that with pricing and all that, like no silly sales calls or any of that kind of stuff. So anyways, you film this ad, then you go into your ad manager, and I'm not going to go like super deep into this. Again, this is a brand new account, brand new ad manager. If I can do this from a brand new account, brand new ad manager, you can too, because you probably already have a dialed Instagram for your business with great work on there with testimonials. You're just missing the right strategy to generate leads. So you're going to come in here, you're going to create a top of funnel tofu follow ad campaign. And if you guys want me to make like a really deep dive video on this as well, let me know down in the comments, and I'm happy to do that for you. So what you're going to want to do, create an ad in Ad Manager. The campaign objective is going to be traffic. You can just basically mimic what is here. I recommend spending at least $20 a day, ideally like 30 to 50 a day. I'm running 2 of these currently, so you can see the budget set to 20. So 2 of these. I'm testing 2 targetings right now. Both are actually working really well. So I'm spending $40 a day. And if I go back to my analytics here, I've spent about $600 on each one of these ads. So I've spent $1,200 total. I just basically closed a $7,500 project. I also have another verbal yes for, I believe, a $6,500 consulting package, a $20K brand story video, and I feel like there was one more. So I have like $30K-ish in the pipeline right now, and I've spent $1,200, and I didn't have to do any outreach. All these leads came to me while I was sleeping, and I just responded to messages and hopped on calls. I've been on about 15 calls so far based off $1,200 ad spend. So if you do the math, let's just do the math, and most of those are qualified. Let's just say like, $1,200 in spend divided by 15. I'm paying $80 for a sales call that I'm not having to go out and do outreach for. Fantastic. So if we go back into the setup here, that's what your campaign setup is going to look like for your ad set level. I'm spending $20 a day on this ad, and then I'm targeting locally. So if you go into locations, type in your city and target it locally. I mean, you can play around with this. You can target nationwide if you really want to, depending on your offer. But right now I'm just targeting locally. I have an age filter on here, and then I am not using any detailed targeting. I'm letting Meta's algorithm figure out who to serve this to based on who is clicking follow, based on who I'm calling out in my creative. So that's why it's really important in the beginning of your creative to call out specifically, very specifically, who your ideal client avatar is, and then the algorithm will take that and serve it to the right people based off of your copy in your creative. So I'm only placing it on Instagram stories and reels, turn everything else off. We're just using Instagram. You don't have to use Facebook, and we're literally just doing story and reel placement. Now let's get to the ad. Again, guys, like this is simple stuff. Here's the ad. It's a follow ad. So what you're going to do is post that video to your feed. Then you're going to, right here, click use existing post. You're not going to upload the clip to Meta Ad Manager. You're going to use your existing post that you've already posted. So you'll see a button that says use existing post. Click this. The reason why you want to do that is because the comments from this ad and the views coming in from this ad will show on your feed. If we go back to this video, it's not showing me views on, maybe it'll show me in this view. Yeah, here we go. Where is it? 155,000 views on this ad so far. So when you're on discovery calls with clients, and you're going to help them implement this system into their business, they're saying, wow, you got 155,000 views on that video. Like none of my posts have ever gotten more than a couple hundred views. And you can say, yeah, well, we're using a strategic ad strategy to get eyeballs, get ideal client avatar, perfect fit eyeballs on your content, just like I've done. And that's why we're on this call. You saw my ad, you followed me, I sent you a message, you messaged me back, I pitched a call, we're on a call. I'm going to help you set this up as well. And that's essentially what you help consult them on. And then they can run it themselves, or you can do it for them for an ongoing monthly fee. But that's why you want to post it to your feed and then use existing post, is because it's going to show those metrics publicly. If you just upload it to Meta, that's not going to show there, and it's less proof, less credibility that you can use on sales calls to close more deals. You can just copy like the caption, everything that I have. I'm not going to go into it, but that's pretty much the setup. So you run this follow ad, minimum $20 a day. You're going to start to get views on that video, followers, which are leads. You're going to get some people messaging you inbound that are really interested. They're going to see your link in bio that says, for me, let's see, where is it? What do I say right now? I have a call to action. Message me leads to learn how. So I get a handful of those just DMs every day, leads from the most interested, warmest leads. And then I have DM conversations, and I hop on calls, and I close deals, and I make money. And I don't worry about where my next client's going to come from. And with this system, you can spend a couple $1,000 a month in ads and make easily 20K plus per month by spending that. So spend 2K in, 20K out minimum. I have some students and some videographers I've worked with who are hitting even crazier numbers, like couple grand in, 50 grand out. You can really take the system and run with it if you do a great job of executing. So that's it, guys. Like there's more to this. You can run retargeting ads. I can make another video on that if you want me to. You can run DM ads, so you're just getting messages every single day from your ads. But again, the idea here is to have leads coming to you inbound, and you're not having to do a bunch of outreach to leads who aren't interested, and waste a bunch of your time, so that you can do more of the things that you love, like hang out with your kids, your family. For me, I love to mountain bike. I want to mountain bike as much as possible and hang out with my wife as much as possible. And I don't want to be doing outreach all day. And I definitely don't want to be wondering where my next client's coming from. So I've been using this for 5+ years, generated over $2 million doing this. Students have generated over $5 million over the years. And you can too. So go ahead, try this out. If you need help, I'd be happy to see if we're a good fit and see what that would look like to work together. Link will be down below if you want to look into that. But yeah, I just hope this video is helpful. I'm just here to be of service to you guys. I want to help you scale your video business, your creative business, and fix your lead gen problem. So I'll see you in the next one.